What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel and the video review of the K250, the 250 millimeter FPV racer. This is the bind and fly version with the FrSky XSR receiver. It also comes in the PNP version without a receiver and the FlySky version as well, and it comes in this box. It is the Fluent Racer 250. Now I know what you guys are saying, this has been out for quite a while. It is identical as the Eachine Racer 250 when it first came out. They are using the same frame. I'm going to get rid of this box here because it's kind of big. It is the same exact quadcopter, guys, with a little bit of an upgraded parts department here. It's got the same front-facing aluminum face looking with the LED lights and the VTX FPV camera right in the front. And it's got the camera mount with the anti-jello little rubber bushings there, but this time around it comes with a little bit heftier motor, and we got these tri-bladed props that are shaped kind of like boomerangs. We got a Pagoda 2 antenna on here, and we got the familiar LED light in the back. Here's the XT60 plug right in the back here, and here is the XSR receiver, and that is really nice receiver. It is a telemetry receiver, so that is a really nice upgrade here. And here's the antennas that are sticking out. I just left it just the way it is. This is how it came. Here's the flight control board. As you can see, this is a huge frame. The bottom frame is a power distribution board at the same time. So there you have just the flight controller on a stack, and it's got it is not soft mounted or anything like that. It's just got some standoffs and a screw on top to hold it down. It's got a beefier FPV camera though. It's got a 1000 TV line NTSC CMOS camera, and it is paired up with a VTX right there. As you can see, it's right on the bottom of the top plate, and the VTX is a 5.8 gigahertz 600 milliwatt 32 channel video transmitter, and we are given the Pagoda 2, the 2 dBi antenna, and the FrSky XSR receiver. The F3 flight controller is the same one. If you saw my review of the P180, it is exactly the same flight controller they are using here, and it was pre-flashed with Clean Flight 1.1, I believe. And when I hooked it up to the configurator, it wanted me to upgrade on my version. So that is exactly what I did, and I upgraded it to the latest version of Clean Flight, and then I flashed Beta Flight, the latest version of Beta Flight, which is 3.1.7. so now it is rocking the latest Beta Flight 3.1.7, the SP Racing F3 version. And it also has OSD, guys, so you got OSD on it. And we also have the LED lights, and there is a switch to turn the LED light on and LED lights off if you want to fly without the LED light, so you can save some battery power during the day. Now the flight controller's rotation is 270-degree yaw rotation, so keep that in mind. So when you flash the new version, you're gonna have to go back in there and change that out. But this one does not come with a micro USB port to connect to your computer. What they do, however, is give you this spaghetti cord and a USB to TTL. Here's the spaghetti cord here. This is the end that you plug into the flight controller, the leftmost connecting port right here. You connect it there, and this spaghetti cord is connected to this USB to TTL dongle, and the wires that are coming out, as you can see, if I flip it over, the ground wire is on the top, and then the red wire is next, and then you got the yellow, green, and the white. Well, it goes in exactly the way it is set up this way here. So you put the white one on the bottom and work your way up. Okay, so there it is. Oops, I think I did it upside down. Yeah, here it is. So you put the white wire on this side and you work your way up. Then you will have one remaining ground pin, so that you just leave it alone. But because this one has 5 wires, this one has 6 connection. Okay, that's how you do it. And then plug this in to that leftmost port, and then you can plug in your micro USB to right here, and then plug the USB to your computer and do your configuration and your flashing needs. It comes with these upgraded motors. It is the 2205 2300 kV motors, and it supports 3 to 4S battery, guys. And the props that they give you are these gnarly looking tri-bladed props, boomerang style props. It is the 5043 tri-bladed props. Pretty hard props. It does not bend, so even if you crash, it will break off instead of bending. So be careful not to crash, of course. One thing though, as soon as I put on the props and then I put on the Pagoda antenna at home and got it all configured and whatnot, I dropped this whole quadcopter right on the ground. Just slipped out of my hand, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't even hover it yet. And I picked it up, I looked at it, nothing was bent or broken. The Pagoda antenna got bent a little bit because it fell and it got bent a little bit, but everything else is the same. Nothing was broken, thank God. So it survived the drop from around about 3 to 4 feet off the ground onto hard floor. So that is great. Now the ESCs are right underneath of the plastic arms here. They are the BLHeli S30 amp ESCs, and it says it supports 3S to 6S batteries. So I'm not sure about that. I'm going to go timid on this one here. I'm going to fly it with the 3S battery first and see how it performs, and then I'll try the 4S on it. I think that's just about it. So the XT60 plug is placed right in the back. So the battery placement, well, you could slide the battery in here. There's a lot of room in there, and there's cutouts over here to put straps and whatnot, but I decided to put it on the top. Precariously, they put the antenna right on the top as well. They could have put this antenna somewhere else, so you could put the battery in the middle of the board on the top there, so you know, the center of gravity will be distributed evenly. But because of this antenna, the battery is going to go to the back a little bit. And I noticed after I put the battery and try a little center of gravity test by holding the mid center of the quadcopter, yeah, it leans over like this. So I'm just going to put a little Mobius, cheap Mobius camera in the front. I'll do the recording as well, but I'm just going to put something in the front to kind of even out the distribution of the center of gravity there. So that is that. And anything else? Well, that is just about it, I guess. And well, if you look at the frame, the bottom plate and the top plate, they're about the same thickness. On paper, it says it's supposed to be 3 millimeters thick. I don't think so. I don't think it is. I think it's slightly thicker than 1 millimeter. It is not even 2 millimeters thick, I think. And from what I can tell, it is around 1.5 millimeters. I need to get myself one of those calipers so I can measure the thickness of these carbon fiber frames so I can be more certain of my report. Okay, so I think that's just about it. So let's go for a little line of sight flight with the K250. All right, we are just about ready to go with the K250. So let's go ahead and turn on the transmitter and power up this baby. I got a 150 milliamp size battery. It's a pretty old battery from the past, so hopefully it works. I got a Mobius camera in the front. That is not a true Mobius camera. I just got a little piece of tape on the front for a little sunshade there. So let's go ahead and check this baby out. So here is the switch to turn the LED lights on and off. Check it out. You can turn it on and it is pretty bright, so you can fly at night. I'm gonna keep it off though. I don't need LED lights out here today. So we are connected. So let's go ahead and arm it and see if she hovers. She has a little bit of a weight distribution problem because of the battery. See, as you can see, I'm picking it up in the middle and it is tilting to the back, so I'll have to kind of forward pitch a little bit. Let's take off. See, as you can see, she took off towards the back a little bit. 2.0. All right, she's doing a pretty good job at a hover. She did hover very wobbly when I first did my hover at home with the Betaflight default PID settings. I had to increase all of the values about 5 all the way down the line. So now she's hovering pretty steady, so that's good. Okay, she's doing pretty good. Not bad. And it's like flying the quadcopter from the past. But she's doing fine. Look at that. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Check it out. Give it a little bit of throttle. So far, so good. Okay, let's do a little punch out in 3S. That was the punch out in 3S, and she's wobbling its way down a little bit. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of wobble, guys, on this one. Hey, not bad though, huh? A little bit of prop wash on the way down. Yeah. All right, but she's doing fine. Okay, not bad, not bad. For our first maiden flight. All right, so let's put on another 3S battery and do a little FPV to check that FPV out. All right.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, so we are ready to go. Arming it. Woohoo! My first FPV flight with the K250 here. And check it out. Taking it easy. It was a little wobbly on the get-go here. Yeah, I can see that it is a little bit on the wobbly side, but hey, it's not bad. Actually, I need to increase my I values a little bit. It kind of is not locking in. Okay, 100-meter bush. And wow, I got great reception, guys. And the video feed is very clear, crystal clear, man. It's got a very nice camera. And the VTX. Remember, it's a 600 milliwatt VTX, so I'm not getting even a tiny bit of a breakup here. Wow. That is fantastic. Now, this quadcopter is not your, you know, acrobatic quadcopter. It's kind of a gentle cruise around quadcopter here, so I'm not going to do any maneuvers with the 3S battery, but looks like it's got a very steady flight. Little bit of vibrations upon throttle up, and let me do a flip. Whoa. Ooh, lots of wobble after the flip there. So definitely it's a heavy quadcopter, so definitely need to retune it somewhat. And I guess
Signal low.
whoa, signal was low. What? The XSR was messing up. Okay, let me go to the other side of the field behind the car. There's
On a signal low.
Ooh. Okay, let's head on back. Hey, it's pretty cool though. This kind of feels like I'm flying, yeah, well, that's what it is.
Seconds.
It's a quadcopter from the past. Hey, but she's doing pretty good. Not bad.
20 seconds.
Okay, so let's go ahead and bring her in for a landing. She did okay with the 3S.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
All right,
3,
the K250
1,
with the
0.
3S battery. All right, I got the K250 now with a 1300 milliamp 4S battery, and I got the transmitter turned on. So let's go for a little line of sight flight with the 4S battery and see how she flies. All right. Whoa. Nice sound, huh? Okay, let's check it out. Oh yeah, she's got lots of power. The K250, nice. Nice, not bad, huh? Quadcopter from the past. Okay, let's bring her in and do a little punch out with the 4S. See how she behaves. Okay, a timid punch out. It wasn't a full throttle. That was about 75% throttle there. And let's do a 100% punch out. Here we go. Nice, not bad. She can fly 4S. Awesome.
1.
So far, so good. Cool. All right. Now that we know she can fly with the 4S, let's bring this baby back in and do a little FPV with the 4S.
30 seconds.
All right.
20 seconds.
All right, here we go with the K250 with the 4S. So let's check it out. Woohoo, a little wobbly. Definitely need to be retuned, guys. Yeah, this is my first out in the field with the K250. And I thought these PIDs would work good, but it is a little bit on the wobbly side. So here's the 4S power. So there's a lot of
30 seconds.
jello upon throttle up here, but it does have the power necessary, and you are able to do some maneuvers here.
20 seconds.
It's a little difficult It's a little wobbly, and it is rear heavy, like I said, because of the center of gravity. So that is one thing that is bad. Ooh, signal is low. It's been giving me that on the first flight. Now it is doing that on the second flight now. Okay, so a little bit wobbly, guys, so be careful. When you tune this thing, you gotta tune it well before you take it out and start doing all kinds of maneuvers. I'm gonna take it back home and retune this baby, but it is happening with the 4S. It's flying pretty good. So it is not the most acrobatic quadcopter because it is on the heavy side. So it is something that you can do and cruise around,
2.0.
you know. So that is fantastic. Do some nice flying around and checking out the views. Okay, battery level is getting kind of low there. So let's bring her in and land the K250. But she is able to handle a 4S. Not bad. Very smooth. You can fly this thing very smoothly too. There's a little bit of wobble though. So I gotta take care of all that vibrations. All right, that is the flight with the 4S battery on the K250. Alright guys, just got done flying the K250, the Fluent 250 racer, and it did pretty okay. It did fairly well with the 3S battery. It was a pretty smooth flyer. It did okay with the 4S battery. It does have a lot of vibrations upon throttle up, so I need to do a little bit of tweaking, especially with the throttle up, maybe increase the TPA values, increase the I values and stuff, so it feels a little bit more locked in. But this is a blast from the past, guys. There are a lot of quadcopters out there that are coming out nowadays with minimum amount of weight and with nice carbon fiber X frames and such that has very minimum amount of circuitry with the stacks, all in one, 4-in-1 ESCs and such. But this one is pretty neat. It is a blast from the past. If you've never gotten one of these 250 racers, well, now is your chance to get one of these and put it into your collection of quadcopters and put it on the shelf and fly it once in a while. Now, because these have now upgraded some of the parts now with the better motors, better ESCs, and I got the XSR receiver, which is fantastic. But it does have the same frame as before, but the parts are aplenty. These arms, the plastic arms, I believe they're minimum in cost. You can break them and replace them. So this is something to grab if you are interested in a blast from the past, nostalgic type of quadcopter, I would say. So that is my review of the K250, the Fluent Racer 250. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and we will see you again next time.